More Threads, a brand owned by a former teacher and Black American freedman, use their apparel and more to teach hidden truths and Black American history. More Threads will address the lack of knowledge and negative images in our community. Check out www.morethreads.com to purchase our apparel, read thought-provoking blogs, and more. Sign up to have raw conversations and wear clothing that acknowledges, celebrates, and honors our lineage at www.morethreads.com.
So Barack Obama had gave a speech back in April of this year at Stanford University. And the reason why I wanted to make this video, because he said something that really perked my ears, and why you see them fighting so hard to try to get in control of social media. Let's go ahead and roll that.
People like Putin, and Steve Bannon for that matter, understand it's not necessary for people to believe disinformation in order to weaken democratic institutions. You just have to flood a country's public square with enough raw sewage. You just have to raise enough questions, spread enough dirt, plant enough conspiracy theorizing that citizens no longer know what to believe. Once they lose trust in their leaders, in mainstream media, in political institutions, in each other, in the possibility of truth, the game's won.
Now, did you hear the part where he said that we are no longer believing the mainstream media? That part caught my attention. Y'all have to understand, the mainstream media is the propaganda wing in America. It is. They love to talk about the Chinese propaganda and the Russian propaganda and the North Korea, and all these different people got propaganda mills, but we don't. The reason why you see the mainstream media, how all this money they have, they're not really making money like talking about. They are subsidized by our government. This is why they can be everywhere like they are. This is why they have so much coverage and they can do whatever they want to do, more than maybe we can. It's because they have resources that come in like that from the government, because they are, what you would call like a ministry of truth. But what has happened in the age of knowledge is that you have seen through the lies. See, President Obama, the reason why people don't believe the mainstream media anymore is because we have seen them time after time after time again lie to the American public over and over and over and over again. And we have seen in real time how they lie, and then people literally in 2 seconds could debunk a lie they're told on social media. So you want to put it on Steve Bannon and talk about Putin or whatever. Everything is Putin's fault. Anytime y'all found out he did it, y'all give that man more credit than what you should give him. He ain't everywhere at all times. And if he is doing it, you and your party and other people, the Republicans too, y'all lie so much to the American public that now it's just being put out there. And of course, when you lie to a people constantly, they don't believe you. The next part of that, he said you don't believe your leaders, meaning the politicians. Of course, we don't believe politicians anymore because you have lied to the American public and definitely lied to the black community. Y'all come up there talking about, you black people, we need you to vote, in the midterms, vote for the president, vote. Get out there and vote, okay? And we'll be able to get in there and do something for y'all. And then we look up 2 years later after black people were told to get their booty to the poll, and black people was told that you don't vote for me, you're not black. Remember that? After being told all those things, we look up 2 years later and black folks are in a worse position than they were before y'all got in there. Even in the midst of the pandemic, black people are worse off. So once again, you lied. You didn't do nothing for black people. Black people watch you do for everybody else, but you haven't done nothing for black people. So why should we believe you? Why should we believe politicians? Why? The fact is, y'all keep running the same politicians that have a track record of lying. Y'all not even smart enough to get new ones. To halfway talk like they're going to do something or halfway do something enough to say, hey, well, I did do this. No, y'all keep using the same people. Nancy Pelosi, 80 some odd years old, and she's still up there. In the Congressional Black Caucus, they are dying in those positions. Elijah Cummings, John Lewis. They don't even want to pass the torch to the younger brothers and sisters. Y'all want to stay in their positions forever. The same politicians that lie, they haven't done nothing for nobody. No matter where you live in the country, haven't done nothing much for you. They would say, oh yeah, well, Senator so-and-so, he did this. Congresspersons did this, in our community. Oh, this president did that. The black community for sure have many reasons not to believe you. It has nothing to do with no freaking Putin and Steve Bannon. Nobody paying attention to them like that, especially not in our community. Unless they say something about us, then we'll pay attention to what they're saying. So you're lying right there, President Obama. See, that's why people don't believe you. Because you're freaking lying again. Basically, what he's saying is we need the American public to believe the lies of the mainstream media and politicians in order to keep this thing going. Because if y'all don't believe us, then it's going to unravel. That's what President Obama's saying. He's saying it clear. And you have to understand, racism and white supremacy was built off of lies and falsehoods. So yeah, you got to believe the lies and falsehoods. But we live in an age of knowledge, in an age of people can find out the truth. And even the scriptures teach knowing the truth, knowing it, not the truth itself, because people misquote that and say the truth sets you free. No, not the truth. Truth's around you all the time. And you're still in a bad position. It's knowing, getting that truth in here, knowing that truth. That will set you free. And that's been a problem for y'all. People have come into the knowledge of truth and they're being set free from lies and falsehoods of white supremacy. And now y'all talking, oh, democracy is coming. No. Nothing wrong with democracy. Nothing's wrong with it. Y'all just can't lie anymore. Y'all being held accountable. The mainstream media, nobody listens to them because they lie too much. People rather listen to a person like myself say something over CNN, who's proven to always lie to us. You gotta remember, it was the mainstream media that talked about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq and found there was none at all. It was the mainstream media sitting here talking about Muammar Gaddafi. Oh, he's doing this to his people, he's doing that to his people. And he wasn't doing anything. People say they lying. What are they talking about? It's so many times they have talked about things that supposedly we're supposed to believe and get behind. And see, they can't do that war drum stuff no more in the media and get us behind it. Because we can, somebody like, hey, let me go check TikTok real quick and see if that's really going on. And in 2 seconds, you go to TikTok or somewhere like, oh, shoot, look. Man, there ain't nothing going on over there. The people debunking them like, I don't know what they're talking about. They lying. We cool. We over here doing our thing. So when you lie to people, President Obama, nobody believes you, period. Even in a relationship with your husband, your wife, your children, etc. If you lie, they don't believe you. So no, we're not going back to the days of accepting lies from the mainstream media and accepting lies from politicians. It's not happening. But y'all let me know what y'all think about President Obama. It's shame that the majority of us in the black community went and voted for him. Definitely the first time. Because I voted for him the first time. Second time, I didn't vote for him. But the first time, for sure, I voted for him. And he was one of the biggest disappointments, in my opinion, for us as a community. He's a great president for if you're LGBT, if you're immigrant, and all them other people. Oh, he was awesome for them. But for the people that literally sit up there and literally voted in numbers so high that it scared the Republicans. It scared them when they would try to hurry up and do all these voter ID laws. That's where it come from, because we came out to vote like we never voted before when he ran for office. Yeah, that's just sad that he turned out like this. Hey family, make sure you join us on the new and improved AfricanDiasporaNews.org. Now, it is our uncensored and raw truth website. We have to make sure to have our own website because on social media platforms, they do have rules, and at any time they could change a rule and shut a whole genre down. Now, that would not happen to us because on AfricanDiasporaNews.org, we can speak the truth. We don't have to hold back. So make sure you join our website today.